I'm here on business.
Business?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm employed by one of the local newspapers here.
Yes.
And they've sent me out to go around and talk to people here in the city of Petersburg about how the siege is influencing me. Because this is something different. I mean, it was peaceful here up until 1864 in June.
True.
We had troops moving in and out of here, but mostly transient going through. But now here we've got them out here in the siege lines around, defense lines around Petersburg, and they're coming in on the pass. And from what I understand, they're causing a little ruckus. Some of the folks right there are not too happy about it.
Well, that might be the reason for the temperance man just around the corner and raising holy hell, may I say so, about our victuals and our spirits.
They do get upset about those things too. The temperance movement looks like they don't understand a war is on if these soldiers need to be able to let their hair down a little bit, if you will.
Let their spirits raise, sir.
Exactly.
I agree.
And as hard as those soldiers work and fight out here on the lines, you would think that they would give them a little bit of recreation. But I know this is a cockade house. It goes back to 1783.
Yes, sir.
So you certainly existed prior to the war.
Yes.
What are some of the differences that you've seen since?
For the record or off the record?
Well, make it off.
Okay, very good. Our business, sir, is splendid. Never have we had so many customers. And as you see, we finally have our French champagne in. It just came on the train this morning on the south side. 2 cars of victuals. Unfortunately, we lost our kitchen last night. That bombing took out the kitchen. In one sense, it's given a great deal of money and cash for us, and it's helped the community. But it has taken away our facility. It's 6 of one and half dozen of the other, I'm afraid.
And it's particularly hard since I understand that the city actually established a curfew and they prohibited soldiers from actually coming into
unaccompanied soldiers. There are some officers that do come and take the stragglers away. And we do bed them down at night, I may say.
And that doesn't seem particularly real fair to the private city, does it?
Not really. By the time they get here, it's time to go back again. And they don't have a conveyance. They march them in and out, except for the cavalry.
And what are officers like that come with you?
I don't see them very much. They spend some time down below stairs, and then they go above stairs, sir. You know what I mean. Yes. Well, we do have a boarding house for young ladies. Very needy young ladies.
Well, is this... What constitutes most of your customers? Men? Do you ever have any women come in? Now, I'm sure women might take some offense at that picture of that comely lass you have hanging on the wall there.
The women we do have are usually accompanied, and then there are the others. Yep. And we have the back door for them, and those are the ladies that force them to go upstairs.
And what is it that you serve to these soldiers and customers that you have?
Well, we do have ale, we do have beer, we have our local cider, as you can see. We have another shipment just came down the river. We do have some imports, but the common soldier can't afford those, but the officers do. And we do have some punches and the bitters, but unfortunately we are somewhat limited. For everything that comes in from overseas, the price goes up and up and up. And the beer and the ale, the quality goes down and down as we find it more difficult to find men to produce beer, for heaven's sakes, or farm.
So the blockade really is having an effect on you.
It is having an effect, but we're still making a pretty good dollar.
What are some of the brands that you carry?
Oh, well, we're still able to use Tokay wine. That's green Hungarian wine from the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We still have 3 barrels of Monongahela whiskey. It's yellow and it looks like, well, I can't say in front of those gentle people, but a mule would produce it out the rear end. And it tastes about like that too, but it packs a wallet. We're able to water it down 10 times and still produce what someone would say probably 100 years from now, a good buzz. And this is something the young soldiers do prefer. We still have 10 cases of Geneva gin. We still have good old-fashioned Turner Brothers Kentucky bourbon. We have a sufficiency. Unfortunately for food, we do not. The kitchen's gone, and Minnie wants to leave. She wants to go to a safe place like Danville or up toward Appomattox.
So what caused the damage to your Well,
10
you're
of them.
lucky because that is a shell. It did not explode.
Yeah. Minnie was in the ladies' necessary, and she will not come back into town again. And of course, there goes our food. She's one of the best cooks ever.
Well, I know they've been incurring a lot of damage around here from the artillery, the Union artillery bombarding the place. The railroad station over here.
Several holes in the
roof.
roof.
A couple holes in the roof.
And you see what happened to the chimney of the lead factory? It's gone. It came down last night.
So they're using mortars and long-range artillery and doing a lot of damage. I'm surprised that you can even stay in business.
There was one that came through screaming like a banshee. But as long as those tall buildings, just in front of us there, survive, we'll probably survive fairly well. But the closer they get, the closer they come up the street, the more we're going to be affected.
To me, it's interesting that you have things as exotic as a pineapple here.
Oh, we're proud of that. Lemons, blood oranges, pineapples. We had, as I say, a good car full of luxury items. And that would, let's see, that would be a good penny. We're going to make some ice cream perhaps later on, pineapple ice cream.
Well, because I know people wonder, they say, well, how does something get here? You know, we have a blockade, and the last I heard, pineapples are not something native to the Confederacy.
No,
so they certainly have to come in probably through Texas, Mexico, from that direction, and somehow across the Mississippi.
Plymouth, North Carolina, sir.
Plymouth, North Carolina?
The blockade runners. They come in from Bermuda all the time. That's where we still get most of our Jamaican rum.
I know the government's really having a problem with that because even though they restrict all these blockade runners, saying that they have to carry such a certain percentage of their load has to be war material, yet that stuff is only being shipped at government rates, where that comes in at a much higher rate. So I can understand how these blockade runners would want to bring that in rather than some of the lesser.
Well, we consider it a medicinal.
That's probably good because it keeps the morale up there.
It does keep the morale up, I will say that. But it cost a great penny. And off the record, it did come in a box marked ammunition.
So some inspector somewhere didn't inspect too well, did he?
There is another market, sir. Another market.
Another market. Gasoline. I think that's probably happened in every water we've ever had.
Yes, but it is helping the community stay alive. As you see, this whole front street here is alive, sir, especially in the evening hours.
And in between bombardments, and what I've noticed is that people here have almost gotten immune to it. That they hear a report from a gun going off, particularly the mortars, because I know the mortar shells, particularly those 13-inch ones from the Dictator that they have over there, you can see that thing coming.
Now you can hear the thing coming.
And you can hear it and they can dodge them.
But several days ago, it hit down near the roundhouse down here, and it skeetered right along the cobblestones and bounced and skeetered. People just moved out of the way and moved right back again. There's not much of a market down here for food and victuals, but for heaven's sakes, people are selling their gold and things for what they can, and I've never seen a market move so fast there, I must say.
Well, it's just like the preacher over here. He was preaching one morning, and I can't remember which church it was, but a shell came through the roof, landed right underneath the communion table, and he said he'd never heard, never seen the church clear out faster after a benediction. So I guess that really was a benediction when that happened.
By the grace of God, more ways than
one. I can understand why many wouldn't want to cook in the kitchen either.
Oh, was that the Second Presbyterian?
I think so.
On High Street? Oh, yes.
Well, we appreciate you paying attention to me, answering my questions so honestly.
Well, sir, you're one of our best customers.
I did note, though, that you don't advertise in that paper, and I hope you will at some point consider running an ad in that paper, maybe draw some more business.
Very well, very well.
I may have one of our representatives make a call on it.
He's upstairs now.
I thank you, sir.
Good day, good day.
Thank you.